Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Dodgers Cards. This is a video response for RJ Collects Sets, who reached 500 subscribers. Congratulations on that awesome milestone. That is really great. And what he's asking us to do is to show some lesser known players from our favorite team and shout out some other collectors that collect that team. So in addition to that, before I get into that, I want to just thank everybody who's participated in my Hall of Very Good giveaway contest. I want to remind folks that closes out March 8th. So if you still want to participate, make a video by the end of March 8th, information below. But there's been some really, really great entries, and I love seeing all the really good but not Hall of Fame players from various teams. Yeah, it's been really awesome. So thanks to everybody who's participated. All right, for this VR, I'm going to first shout out 4 channels. There's a lot of people on YouTube who collect particularly Golden Age Dodgers, but I'm going to just shout out 4 channels that I know are Dodger fans. So no particular order, Think Blue 7718, Fast Breaks and Breakfast, Vintage on Vintage, and Rick Acosta, Dodger Card Collector. All these are awesome channels. Encourage you to check them out, subscribe. They are also linked below. And yeah, sorry if I left some people off. There's a lot of great Dodger collectors, but those are 4 that come to mind off the top of my head, so wanted to mention them. Now about the some lesser known Dodgers with some stories. First, I'm going to show this guy. Now this is not a lesser known person. Dusty Baker, obviously legendary manager, and before that was an awesome player with the Dodgers and also other teams, of course. But I'm showing his 1978 card because this relates to an event that happened in 1977. I believe it was the last game of the season, and he hit a home run, and on deck was this guy who is lesser known, Glenn Burke. And Glenn Burke put up his hand and Dusty Baker slapped it, and that is credited with being the first high five. It's kind of, there's others who say maybe there's other origins for the high five, but a lot of people credit this as being the first high five. Now, Glenn Burke is also an interesting and really special person, because Glenn Burke was the first person who came out as openly gay right after he retired with MLB baseball. Now, there most certainly have been prior players who were gay, but he was the first one who came out, and also his teammates I think knew about it, obviously during his playing days, although it was kind of like although he wasn't publicly out. Glenn Burke was a highly touted prospect when he came up with the Dodgers. He was really liked by his teammates on the Dodgers. Unfortunately, he was traded to the A's, which was an unpopular decision with the Dodger players, according to Wikipedia. This is where I got my information on Glenn Burke from. I do want to read more about him because it seems like a really interesting and unfortunately tragic story. But when he went to the A's, he did face tremendous discrimination, including by manager Billy Martin, and he ultimately retired from baseball very young, and then had a pretty tragic rest of his life. Anyway, he was subsequently recognized by the A's after his death, I believe, and his brother ended up throwing out a first pitch on one of the Pride Nights that the A's had, and I think they ended up naming their Pride Night after Glenn Burke. But anyway, a trailblazer, and also part of the first high five. Another person I want to recognize is this guy, Bob Welch. Bob Welch was a great pitcher for the Dodgers. He was part of 2 important Dodger World Championships. The first one as a Dodger in 1981, although he didn't really pitch much. He started 1 game in the 81 World Series. He faced 4 batters, did not retire anybody, and was pulled. So he faced batters, but he doesn't have any innings pitched in that series. But he was a World Series champion for the Dodgers during that season. Then he went to the A's after the 1987 season, and in 1988, he pitched against the Dodgers in the '88 World Series, which the Dodgers, of course, won. And that was the series with the tremendous Kirk Gibson walk-off home run. The other thing about Bob Welch is he won 27 games in one tremendous season. And I believe nobody's won more games in a season since. So there's Bob Welch. And the last person I'll mention is actually a Hall of Famer, so not a unknown Dodger. But I just wanted to mention about Don Drysdale. One thing I just want to mention about him, in addition to being a tremendous pitcher, he was also an announcer for the Dodgers for several years when I was a kid. So, you know, to me, he was the first vintage player that I really tried to collect, and I got his entire run as a kid. So that's a pretty special thing to me about Don Drysdale. And, you know, he died too young, tragically. Yeah, he was just an all-time Dodger, even post-career. And I just want to recognize him as an announcer in addition to being a tremendous player. So those are a few Dodgers and a few stories about them. Congratulations again on 500 subscribers. That is just a really great milestone. And yeah, thanks for watching.